My name is Catherine Kacyvenski and I grew up in Endicott, New York. I'm currently an assistant superintendent. I love my job. I'm passionate about education. This is my 25th year in education. What inspired me to go into education is actually working at the Boys and Girls Club. Prior to that, actually, I was a young girl going there and they offered so many programs. I just loved working with kids. I felt very passionate about it, and that is something my mom always told us growing up. Find something in this world that you can be passionate about and you'll never be bored, you'll never be sad. My mother spent 12 years at the children's home. At the time, it was an orphanage. She had many different experiences and she shared those with us growing up. She would tell us about things like how strict they were here when she was growing up, but she never seemed to mind it because they had structure. They were taught how to clean, how to keep things organized, the chores that they had to do because the home was their responsibility. That's their space, and they were taught independence in that way. She learned that no one is better than anyone else. She never used the excuse that she was in an orphanage to think that the world was against her. She used that as a reason to build up others, to find hope and inspiration in other people, to show us how to love. I truly believe that the experience that she had at the orphanage really helped create a legacy. I had the opportunity to serve on the board of directors for the children's home. I purposefully wanted to do this to give back, not only to the children's home, but to the place where my mother learned foundationally how to be a person and how to live. Initially, when I thought about it, I was thinking, oh, this would be so good to do. It will be honoring my mom. And then when I got into it, I became overwhelmed with emotion to see the impact that the children's home has currently and as they've had for so many years. I really didn't know the totality of the impact until I got here. And then I thought about her experience all those years ago and the people behind the scenes making everything work so she could have a safe space to live and to learn. What I hope that someone would take away from my story, from my family's story, from my mother's journey is that there's always hope and that love is truly very important. It is one of the most important things that I think that we can have in this world. And beyond that is just making connections with other people and understanding that we are truly all the same. And it's your story. You get to write your own story. No one else is gonna write it for you. Even though I absolutely love my parents, I still had to write my own story. And it is their impact and their influence on me that helps me sit here today. But you have the opportunity to break the barriers. You have the opportunity to break the cycle, as my mother said. You get to go to school. You get to do whatever it is that you want to do as long as you don't get stuck.